hand to get theirs, the current had taken them. I couldn't get them out.
With great difficulty, Ravi steers his boat toward land.
I couldn't control the engine. I took all the people to the Tsunami police post.
Ravi heads out to rescue more victims.
Some were without clothes and they were shouting to get into the boat. Finally, I gave away my sarong and in the end, even I was without clothes. I said we came like this. We were all created by God. We are all of the same kind. Don't worry about the clothes. It is life that is important to us.
After several trips, Ravi's rescue efforts become too dangerous.
There were TVs, fridges, boxes and garbage in the water. Trees. We couldn't save anyone. I couldn't find them. I couldn't identify that it was actually a person.
By his 8th trip, debris clogs Ravi's engine, which forces him to stop.
My mind was very uneasy because I could have saved more people. There were army and police there. I went and told them that my boat was broken. They told me to get another boat. I told them there aren't any more boats. All boats are damaged.
After saving nearly 100 people, the exhausted fisherman finally gives up. He heads home unsure of what he will find.
At the time, I didn't even think about my wife or children. The most important thing was to save lives.
December 26, 2004. On his way home, Sri Lankan fisherman Ravi Nahuleswaran runs into his wife and 2 children.
They came and hugged and kissed me. A lot of people came over and said, "What you did was very helpful. You will live for 100 years."
After 90 minutes in a small boat, Pastor Dayalan Sanders, his wife Kohila, and 28 orphans make it safely to shore.
They all obeyed. They panicked and, they all run berserk. Not all of us would have, made it that day.
This is what's left of their orphanage.
All our goods are destroyed and gone, including our clothes and other things. How will we replace them? How will we make a living?
The children stay at a church house in nearby Batikaloa until a new home can be built.
We are going to come back and we are going to start all over again.
For some, it is the psychological scars that will take longer to mend.
My mother is dead. My brother is dead. At times I think I don't want to live. But because of the children, we have to.
After a few days in a refugee camp, Ravi and his family begin repairs on their home. And unlike many of his colleagues, he's gone back to sea.
Even now, I continue to fish. After waiting a month, I've gone back 3 times. If the tsunami comes back again, we'll have to manage. If it happens that we have to perish, we will perish. We have to make our living here. That's our fate.
Nearly 40,000 people lost their lives in Sri Lanka alone. There are at least 3,500 new orphans. Overall, an estimated 300,000 people died. 11 countries were affected. How much warning time is possible before a tsunami strikes? The answer when Storm Stories returns. So how much warning time is possible before a tsunami strikes? Depending on the distance from the epicenter, it can be anywhere from a few minutes to several hours. Tsunami waves can travel at nearly 600 miles an hour. They move slower in shallow coastal waters, but their heights increase dramatically. Scientists can predict when a tsunami will hit by knowing the characteristics of the earthquake and seafloor. As of December 2004, only the Pacific Ocean had a warning system in place. For Storm Stories, I'm meteorologist Jim Cantori. Your local forecast is next.
This is the worst storm in the history